The usually serene Lake Chaser has turned into a hotspot, and not the good kind. A rogue flower seed from the ocean decided to take root in the lake, sprouting a flower monster that's been turning the place into its own salty wasteland. Fish are dropping like flies, and anyone who dares approach gets a not-so-friendly tentacle welcome. Master Splinter had the bright idea of calling in a nomad for help, but since the nomad was busy, he sent Belle instead. Now, Belle isn't your typical hero. She was booted out of the city for causing trouble, and to make matters worse, she's the only person around without any animal features. No paws, no whiskers, no cat ears, just smooth human skin. Belle arrives to a chorus of murmurs and stares, finding it incredibly annoying. Introducing herself as Belle Lablack, she explains she's here on orders from her master, Cien Lablack, to deal with the flower monster. The elder mouse, grateful yet skeptical, points out the tentacles thrashing in the lake. Belle figures it might be a Negroni but needs a closer look. The elder confirms they need the monster gone, and Belle, always up for a challenge and a bizarre snack, loves the idea of munching on some flower tentacles. She drops her heavy sword, strips down to be more agile, and dashes onto the lake. A tentacle grabs her almost instantly, but she breaks free and sizes up her opponent. Now certain it's a Negroni, Belle draws her sword, ready for action. The monster's tentacle strikes, and while she parries, she's knocked back into some buildings. Realizing it's time to get serious, she unleashes her full power, slicing through tentacles with precision. Belle is making headway until she smells salt water. Her attacks have forced the monster to release its briny payload, causing chaos as villagers scramble to save their food supplies. Amidst the mayhem, the weakened monster grabs Belle again. She asks why it's here instead of in the sea. Belle's body glows as she communicates with the monster. It wanted to go home but couldn't, and now it's dying, hoping to spread its seeds. Feeling a bit of sympathy, Belle knows she must prevent more flower monsters. She breaks free, apologizes to the creature, and delivers the final blow. Back on the dock, the elder thanks her, despite the destruction. He promises to send her reward later. Belle asks to keep a seed and tentacle, reminding him of her peculiar taste for flower meat. On her way home, Belle tosses the seed into the water, honoring the monster's last wish. She finds her master, Cien, struggling with the fireplace. She reports her success, and Cien congratulates her without looking up. Belle doesn't get why he insists on manual labor when magic would be easier, or why he sent her when he could have done the job more cleanly. Finally, Cien looks up and asks what she brought back. Belle proudly shows him the flower tentacle. Cien is impressed but suggests her technique could improve. He asks what she plans to do with it, and Belle says she'll eat it like always. Later, as they dine, Cien reminds Belle not to waste the leather from the tentacle. She considers making shoes from it. As they eat, Belle complains about Cien's heavy use of spices, but he's unfazed. During dinner, Belle asks why flower monsters leave the sea. Cien guesses they're seeking a new home, but Belle doubts it. The flower monster she fought wanted to return to the sea but couldn't. Cien suggests it might be the flower's instinct to spread its seeds. After dinner, Cien relaxes while Belle does the dishes. She has more questions. She asks why he sent her to fight the flower when everyone is scared of her. Cien explains that he doesn't fight. His job as an Enola is to instruct. Belle thinks he's wasting his talents being a pacifist. She's worried they won't be able to stay much longer before the army of insatiable emptiness finds her. She dreams of a place where she belongs, but Cien knows of no such place nearby. He tells her she's likely homesick, yearning for a place to belong. He suggests she go on a journey to find it, maybe even become an official nomad. Belle is unsure, but Cien warns her that traveling the world is dangerous, with no one to save her if she gets into trouble. He can't always be there for her. Belle's confidence wavers, but her glowing sword reminds her of her past. She recalls how she suddenly appeared from a stone, freaked out the villagers, and was bullied for being different. Her supernatural strength ended the bullying quickly. Adopted by a kind couple, She still felt out of place and ran away. She found a tower with minimal security, climbed it, and discovered a chained sword. Touching it, the sword glowed pink, accepting her. Guards tried to stop her, but she escaped, slicing their weapons with ease. Eventually, she was caught and imprisoned for trying to steal the sword. Back in the present, as morning comes, Cien receives the Elder's reward, but the villagers run in fear at the sight of Belle. She accepts that they'll never accept her and decides to talk seriously with Cien. She's ready for the trials to become a nomad. Cien is surprised by her quick decision but proud. He tells her to get her sword for one last lesson. Outside, Cien explains she can't become a nomad without taking on a curse, which varies based on the curse bearer's life. It's her first trial. The curse will haunt her forever. Cien's curse prevents him from using his powers for anything but teaching. Curses are passed down through blood, and Belle must inherit his. She agrees, and they cut their hands to begin the ceremony. Cien asks her to state her reason for the journey. Belle says she wants to find her origins and a place where people will accept her. She inherits the curse, but it's worse than she expected. Belle starts to forget Cien's face and all her memories of him. Cien tells her she doesn't need to remember him, just his teachings. This way, she won't hate him for his ulterior motives. He trusts her to visit places he never could. Belle curses him for erasing her memories. Cien apologizes, saying her killing him will free her from the pain of forgetting. Belle doesn't want to kill him, but Cien has left her no choice. She tells him she loves him, but he says he's just a forgotten memory now and she'll find someone better. For now, he gives her his final lesson. They clash, and Belle overpowers and kills Cien. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for upcoming episodes.